Hey, Scruffy. Wow, came up to the door. You've been avoiding me past few nights. You've been quiet. So it just started raining, huh? So yeah, it was dry all day. Dry, I think last night. But yeah, it looks like we're going to get rain starting now and maybe the next few days. So I have, let's see, what do I have? Meaty pate with real ocean whitefish and kibble. And Scruffy moved the towel again. Interesting. So not as much as before. So I think Scruffy's using the shelter now. So I'll talk about that also. Okay. Might have to reset the blanket or the towel. I'll do that later if I remember. I can hear the rain coming down kind of hard right now. So I don't know where to start. Yeah, so the quick thing is, today at lunch, when I came out, I didn't see Scruffy. I kind of presumed, he was gone again. So the past few days, he's not been here for lunch. I think a few days ago, he just completely avoided me. So he was around, but he was hiding. And then when I left, that's when he came out. And then yesterday, he wasn't here at all. Because when I went back inside, he didn't show up to eat food. But so today, when I came out, I didn't see him. Decided I was gonna try putting kibble in the shelter that I made for him. So I think he's been afraid of the shelter. So I was thinking, try to get him acclimated to it by just putting a little tiny bit of kibble in there. And then when I came out, he suddenly appeared, and I didn't see him, but I think he actually came from, he was inside the shelter. So he was either lying right in front of the shelter, and I couldn't see him because he was under the table, or he came out from maybe a crack between, like on the side of the shelter. It looked like he came out from the far edge of the shelter. But I was thinking maybe he came from like a crack between where the shelter is and the corner of it's kind of pressed against the corner of another box. But I'm looking at it right now. I don't think there's enough space for him. So unless he was on top of the box, which I don't think he was. He was probably inside, and he just was on kind of the far edge of the box. So that surprised me, because he suddenly came out of nowhere and started meowing. And so I was surprised. So I think, he was using the box this morning. I shined the flashlight in it last night before I went to bed. I didn't see him. Going somewhere? So Scruffy just walked away and meowed. Not sure what that was. Let's get into the pets too. So the temperature today, it's a little cooler today. So, but it's still relatively warmer than it was a week or two ago. But this, not be a bad time to be using the box. So I'm glad, he was, I think, using the box. So I'm hoping he'll continue to do so. I don't know what the temperature is going to be like, but yeah, already it's feeling pretty cool right now. So tonight will be a good night to use it. So I'll see if he actually uses it or not. But because of the rain, I don't know. He might have a different place to go when there's rain. But this, section is pretty dry, so he'd actually be better off staying here, in my opinion. I don't know. Scruffy always seems to have different ideas. The camera's having trouble focusing again. There we go. So if you haven't been following the videos for the past few days, the box came from my neighbors. They bought some meat. Scruffy's walking away and meowing again. It's really active tonight. I don't know if he has more energy because he was staying warm in the box. And since he was here for lunch today, I gave him a little more kibble. So when I put it in the box, I just put a little bit in there. So I've read that in general, cats don't like to sleep and eat in the same place, and I think it's because the food might attract predators, and so they don't want predators coming while they're sleeping. But yeah, because Scruffy seems afraid of everything, I thought I needed to get him acclimated to the idea of going into the box. And it's safe, it's not going to do anything bad. So if I get him to grab food from it enough times, my thinking was maybe he'll trust it enough to try it. Of course, that's actually never worked with the carrier that I bought 2 years ago. So I tried that for a long time with the carrier. I really tried to let him use the carrier as a shelter. I put like blankets in it and a towel on top of it, and tried to make it a nice cozy place. And he didn't like it. He's always afraid to go in it. So yeah. Anyway, my neighbors they got some meat shipped. So the meat gets shipped in these special cardboard boxes. They're basically coolers, but I guess they're designed to be probably a little more disposable. So it's like a cardboard box with kind of a separate. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, they're thick little walls or something. So it actually pulls out. So the way the box comes together, the insulated part actually can come out. And so when my neighbors gave it to me, they actually kind of like slightly reconfigured it. So I guess it'd be ideal for a cat trying to get into it. But basically, yeah, the insulated walls kind of slide into the box, and then basically you get this box with a bunch of inner walls that are insulated. And they told me they actually used it for a couple other stray cats that they have at their place, and they had a couple extra boxes. So I think they let the Siamese cat use it. I think one of their boxes. And then they said, here, take this one. Scruffy can use this one. And so, I tried setting it up the other night, and when I brought it out, Scruffy, I think, freaked out, because he had not been acting the same since that night. So he's been kind of avoiding me, and hasn't been very active in the day, or active at all. And then in the day, he's been avoiding me. So today was a real surprise, because I didn't expect to see him in the box, nor did I actually even expect to see him at lunch. So I'm going to get Scruffy his food now. Okay. I feel the wind picking up too a little bit. So yeah, this would be a good night to use the shelter in my opinion. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on Scruffy, see if he uses it. So yeah, let me just point the box, or point at the box there. So I put the towel and drape it over so it covers kind of the front, and since it doesn't have a door in the front, I didn't want all the air, or all the warm air to fall out. So I thought maybe just kind of drape it over the blanket might help a little bit. And then I thought maybe closing it up a little bit might make it a little more enticing. But I didn't want to close it up completely because I wanted to not to be too sinister looking. So anyway, I draped over the towel, and so it was just like maybe 80-90% all the way down. So there was like a little gap between the bottom and so you could see into the box, and so it wasn't all the way down. And then yesterday, the towel had been pushed back or pulled back, as if Scruffy or some other animal had figured out how to pull the towel from the other side to raise up the side with the door so it wasn't blocking the door anymore. And I was really perplexed yesterday because I didn't think Scruffy was that smart, but I don't know what else could have done that unless it was some other animal, but I'm not sure why some other animal would do that. I'm not sure why Scruffy would do that. But yeah, so the towel's, it's pinned between the box and the table leg, so it shouldn't be easy to accidentally pull. I would think it needs some deliberate action to pull it, and a little bit of strength, because yeah, it is wedged in. So last night before I went in, I reset the towel, and I actually put a little bit of the towel underneath the box, so it'd be even harder to pull. And yeah, here it is. It's still draped over a little bit on one side, but it's definitely been pulled. So I'm thinking maybe when Scruffy went in and out, he was yanking on it or something. So I'm not sure what I should do to reset it tonight when I go in. But anyway, I do have footage from today when I met him at lunch. And so, as I said, I didn't expect him to be in the box, so yeah, I was a little surprised. Hey, Scruffy. I didn't see you there. Were you in the... Were you using the shelter? I didn't see you. Came in that direction. Well, just gonna put kibble in there, but if you're sleeping in there, we just put the kibble out from the plate. Okay, well, no, he hissed. Okay, well, I'll give you the kibble on the plate. And oh, one more thing concerning the towel. Yeah, I don't think it's the wind that moved it either. So, because yeah, we're kind of so the box is facing away from the outside, and the table and this section of the deck should not be getting that much wind in this circumstances. And the wind wasn't that strong today. If the wind was strong, yeah, a whole bunch of things would have flown off the table. So, yeah, I'm thinking Scruffy had to have been the one moving that towel, unless it was some other animal. But I think if it was some other animal, it would have been a pretty nasty fight. So yeah, that's been my other major concern. So if Scruffy doesn't claim the shelter and mark it with his scent or whatever cats do to mark their territory, yeah, I'm worried some other animal may come along and start fighting over the box, since it's a pretty nice box. I think it's actually much nicer than one I would have made. I was looking online on how to build cat shelters. Some of them are pretty elaborate. I wasn't going to build one like that. Some of them require buying a lot of stuff, and I didn't want to do that either. Some of them require buying a big plastic container and cutting it, and I didn't want to do that either. So yeah, I'm hoping this box works out. So far, so good. I guess if Scruffy was using it today. And yeah, I was surprised too, because I was thinking he wouldn't touch it until So I was talking about buying straw the past few days. So I was thinking maybe that would be the final touch that I need to convince him to use it. But now that he's actually used it, maybe I don't need to buy the straw. Although I think with Chewy, I was trying to beat the $50 minimum for shipping, and I think 3 boxes of cat food, I think it was just like a few dollars short of what I needed, and the straw would actually be the last piece I need to get over that threshold. So I might buy the straw anyway. Yeah, my bigger concern with the straw is mostly just I think it's going to fall out and make a mess. And I don't know. I haven't thought about a good way of containing that. So, looks like Scruffy's about done. I need to move the balls though. I think I see Pate underneath. So my guess is Scruffy will probably leave after he eats. And I don't know what he does after he eats. But I'm kind of guessing he'll come back later tonight, and I'm hoping he'll use the shelter. But yeah, if he leaves, it means he's leaving in the rain right now. My guess is if he leaves, he'll go under the deck. I don't think he's going to leave the yard. It's raining too much. See, I can hear the rain coming down. And it's coming down relatively hard, at least for us. We don't really get that much rain. Although the forecast is actually having flood warnings now. So I guess we're supposed to get some pretty intense rain. But I think right now it's still supposed to be on the light side. I don't I think the rain's supposed to get harder later, but so I think like right now it's just supposed to start out light. So I think there was a little bit of pate stuck to the golf ball. I don't think there was that much though, so I guess Scruffy really likes the taste of it. The real ocean whitefish isn't as smelly as the Party Cuts real chicken fish, which I call the smelly fish. But yeah, it does smell a bit, so I guess he probably likes this one. Okay, big Scruffy's done. Looks like he's about to march away. I don't know, does he realize it's raining? He said, oh yeah, I can't go that way, it's too wet. But sometimes I think he goes under a table over there, which is dry. And then crawl under the deck. Oh, is he going to go back in? No, I think he's probably just looking for food. So, because I was putting food in there, I guess he probably thinks sometimes food magically appears. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.